Hey everybody, working on the Robotuner. Um, Time to put in the hold down bars. Scrounged around and managed to find a pair of matching silvers. Nothing in black, but got two silvers that are pretty much identical, so that'll have to do for now. And I was just laying them out, and they're actually wider than the guitar. If you were to like put them this way. Yeah, and see the outer screw would come all the way to the edge pretty much. So I'm thinking of put like, let's see, the base side, put the base side like just on the, just below the hold down bar line, and put the treble side just above, and do them side by side. Let me get these screws out of this thing. Give me screws. Yeah, so I'm thinking put one there and one here. Thinking something like this, and then both of the center screw holes are on the center line, so you're pretty much guaranteed that they're not going to be in the way of any strings. And then these outer screws should fall comfortably between, probably between the two outer strings, I would think. And then you'll have your string trees. Maybe we should move it this way a little bit and get some more room for string trees. Well, let's see. Let's start with, like, let's say this number one string here. You got to have a hold down. Let's say it was at the original spot. It was about like that. So the screw hole pretty much lines up with in between number one and two saddle. So we have a string coming down here, going under this thing, and then we need it to go to this tuning peg. So we'd have a vertical roller tree right back here, and then it would go over to the tuning peg. The other option would be it would come down here, it would like go on one side or the other of this screw, and then it would just get straight to the tuning peg, but then you lose your straight string pull through. So yeah, it's probably better you go here, and then you have a roller like here somewhere, and then it goes to the tuning peg. And you do the same thing on this side for that guy, and then for the second string in, you'd be coming through, and then you'd have like a roller right here, and the string would just come right beside this guy and then go around the roller to the tuning peg. And then the two middle guys would come up like this, and you'd have a pair of rollers here, and then they'd go out to these tuning pegs. So that'll work. So yeah, I can put them back here. And yeah, the further back I put them, the shallower the break angle underneath the bars, which means it's going to have greater tuning stability, because it'll be less likely to hang up or snag and not fully return on a bend. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for here, and I'll set them up. See if I put the if I put the center hole on the hole on the center line, then the outside of the bar comes out far enough that it's guaranteed that it'll catch the outside string. So I think I'm going to go with that. Go with this kind of a setup here. Since these things are flat on the top, I'm going to lay them upside down for mock-up purposes. And maybe give them just a little bit of space in between them, just so they don't like bang against each other or something. Something about like that kind of a thing. What do you think? Look good? I think it ought to work. So, you like that mosquito? We're 1,450 yards from the north bank of the Potomac River, in the land of the eagle and the beaver and the mosquito. Yeah. I think we're like 7 feet above sea level here. But anyway, yeah, okay, so that's the plan. Let me get to it here. Okay, time for some theory. So I could like put these down and make some marks or drill some old pilot holes or something like that. But if you look at these things, they're actually curved like this way. Same way the top of an arch top is curved. And because of the way they manufacture them, apparently they drill them and then they bend the bar. The result is that you don't have two screws that go down straight, you have two screws that go down splayed inwards. And so that actually makes it a little tricky to get your holes perfect because of the fact that they're splayed holes. And how far apart the holes need to be depends on how high you want the bar from the body, because due to the fact that they're splayed, the closer it is to the body, the closer the holes have to be to each other for everything to line up, especially given the fact that the screws are almost a press fit through the holes, and sometimes you actually have to screw them through the holes. So I found that a really good approach is you measure the distance between the holes for your spacing, and then you just lay it out, mark it out, and drill them straight, not splayed. And then what you do is you come in with a drill and you basically drill these out just enough to the point where a screw will go in it straight, not splayed. And then everything works just fine. It also tends to make these things behave a little bit better because of the fact that they can just float up and down real nice and clean. And that's the approach I'm going to take here. So, start with, we measure our spacing, and survey says these are small ones, 25s. Usually they're 30s. Yeah, these are both 25s. Okay, a pair of 25s. Pencil. And there's my hold down. So I want to come how far apart should I make these? 5 mil from each other? How wide are they? Oh, they're a little over 5. Let's make them 10 mil apart. 10 mil apart and 25 spacing. So I want to come 5 down and 25 out. So 10, 25 out. Out. And let's see, that's the B side. We're going to put the B side back this way. So we're like here. And we're going to put the treble on this side this way. So we're like here. Yeah, stupid thing. Pencil keeps trying to follow the grain and not where it's supposed to draw. Okay, so there's our 4 screw holes. Get on there, you. I don't know, variable speed for starting drill holes and little laser sights and stuff on drill presses and stuff are all fine and good, but I really think I prefer using a punch, to tell you the truth, because other stuff can drift. Have you ever noticed that the lasers are never absolutely perfectly spot on with where the drill actually lands? And usually if you use a punch, the laser, you put the laser right on your punch hole, and when the drill bit comes down, it'll land somewhere like inside the punch but along the edge of it and not right in the center, and it'll actually pull the work over centered on the drill bit before, as it goes in. So yeah, this really I think is the most accurate, to tell you the truth. Alright, here's some screw holes. These are rather small screws. Better chance of getting chewed up, so we'll use some wax to be safe. One, 2, 3, camera stand is sitting on the drill bit index. I need the drill bits, so we'll put it on the old drill bit index. what do we need? We need like whatever's like just a little bit bigger than this thing. Probably that one. Gotta get that one out of there to reach the one behind it. Yeah, it's too small. Well, these numbers, it looks like a 7/64. It's just doesn't quite go through. So yeah, we're gonna ream it out to 7/64. Camera catching this. Alright, how's that? Alright, now are these things going to behave themselves? Yes. Yes, they are. See a little tilt back and forth now. And that gives them just enough play that they'll go down straight. Okay. Grab the power driver and get these puppies going. Maybe the holes need to be even a little bigger. There we go. There's one. And that's two. Okay. Let me think about what's next. Okay, I found a video made by Yorkville Sound on YouTube, and it shows me enough to get this thing to go, and I already know enough that I can make it move. Let's see, what's the E string on this thing? This one's E, I guess. Is that right? No. Yeah, this one's low E. So this tuning key should move when I go like that. No. Oh, wait. No. No. Let's see, you go 1, 2, 3. And then you press menu. And then you press, oh, twice. There we go. Okay. Yeah, he's flashing. Now. There it is. Yeah, sweet. Oh, that's a high E or something. Yeah, that's our high E. Oh, wow. This might not work. Because, see, we're on the tail, so this is our number 6 string. This is our low E tuner. But if this were on the headstock, this would be the low E tuner. Oh shit. These are all like on the wrong side for a tail tuner. Oh my god. This like won't work. No, they gotta be strung up like a left-hand guitar. Yeah. You put the bass on this side, you put the treble on this side. You turn around lefty and you pretend you're Jimi Hendrix playing in a left-handed world. You're right-handed Jimi Hendrix playing in a left-handed world, and then it would work. So, the other way it could work would be you actually would have the strings cross. And that could be bad to the bone. I don't know if it would work, but theoretically it should work. Okay, so, alright, so the tuning pegs are on the opposite sides of the body from where the strings are. So our high E is going to come down here and go on some side or another of this screw, and then it's going to go around a tree, and then instead of going to this tuning peg, it's going to go to this tuning peg. And our low E is going to come down here and over the bridge, come down over the bridge, around under the hold down, around a tree, and then over this tuning peg. Yeah, so they'll come down, and then these guys will crisscross here, and the next set in would come down, and then they'd crisscross here, and then the third set would come down, and then they would crisscross here, and then it'll work. So I guess I'm going to have to try that. Either that or the build's a fail. I think I can just turn the whole unit around this way and everything will be okay. Which means that my putting it backwards was correct in the first place. So I guess I'll try that. I'm thinking the only issue might be that they now turn the wrong way if I flip it around or whatever. And I think I can counter that by simply winding it around the other side of the post. So if the thing's normally designed that they all wind around starting on the inside of the post, then I can just switch around and wind around on the outside, and that should take care of it, like turning the wrong direction because it's a tail instead of headstock. Boom, it's out. We want to turn it around. Oops, no. Turn off, little thing. We don't need you right now. Oh, hold on. Off. Very good, little thing. Alright, so it's going to go that way. And the tuners go like this away. Do my holes line up again, or do I have to like recarve them even more? Probably have to recarve them even more now. That hole doesn't look like it lines up quite. Yeah. That one lines up. That one doesn't. This one definitely doesn't. Alright. A little bit more quality time with the reamer. Okay. Took the round rasp here and fixed the holes so everything will work now. Now it's time to put it all back together. baby. Should probably put a little oil on these things. Might help things out a bit. Just might help. It's cool they have little locating pins that lock into the base plate so they're to keep everything straight. Come on, get on there, you. cool. Wait a sec. Do I remember to do this? I don't think I did. Nope, I sure didn't. Yeah. Oops. Alright, you don't need to see me repeat myself. Okay, I took off these 5 and tightened them all up with this guy. And I oiled all these little locks here with some WD-40. Made a big difference. Now they're real nice and smooth. You can tell it's fine machine German engineering. And yeah, so that's where I'm at now, and hopefully everything should be ready to go, and I think the next step is to try stringing it up. It's time. Tighter these lock nuts. They're only finger tight. Cool. Go away. There's no more spilled Red Bull here. Come here, Tate. Allen wrench lock nut taped to the neck. Okay, so here's our string, here's our bridge. This thing's going to go like over this and under this, and then it's got to wind around this thing. I gotta it's complicated. Let me see. It's like it goes around, it hooks around, you go around the bottom and you have to send it through this little notch and then around the top, and then you screw the cap on and cut it off. And I don't know, I gotta look it up again. But yeah, that's the basic idea. Then as far as like a tree goes, a vertical tree, I don't know. Might be able to just get away with that screw as the tree for this string. And likewise for that string. So, guess that's 2 down, huh? Cool. Alright, let me punch up the video on how to actually wind this on the post. I'll be back. Actually, we're already at 40 minutes, so I think I'll save that for the next video. Until then, everybody, have a good one.